Let's look at some of the things that we're going to need to do to play it properly or to play it well. And the first is just to understand that it is in the texture of a string trio. So if we think of violin, viola, cello, we've got at the beginning, well, you might even think of it as two violins and a cello. It thickens up a little bit later in the middle. But let's think of it as two violins and a cello. And I'm going to show you the first two parts. Double notes. Always tricky on the piano. It's always a difficult thing to do technically because we need to voice the sound a little bit to the top in order for the top note to sound. Don't forget that the higher the note, the less the resonance. So if I'm playing a third and I play both notes equally, or try to, let me see if I can, and wait a moment, it'll be the lower note that will win. So we just need a little bit more on the top. So what we do first of all with double notes is to divide them into two and play each voice by itself with the fingering. Most important to use the fingering that you will be using. Now I'm going to play the lower voice and I'm going to play it rather softer. Now when I put the two voices together, there's all sorts of things I could do to help me technically manage that. And the first I'm going to show you is a process called tapping. I'm just going to double tap the top note. Right, now I can do that again in reverse. I'm going to double tap the bottom note, but I'm going to do it very lightly. Notice I'm doing this extremely slowly. Now, the other thing you can do, once you've done that a little bit, you can mime the underneath voice. In other words, touch the key. You might want to see this close up in my right hand. I'm going to be touching the key, but I'm not allowing the notes to sound, the underneath notes, that is. Takes quite a bit of control to do that, but once you practice that, you'll find that you can control your sound very, very well. The notes need to be dead together. Any double notes, make sure they synchronize exactly.